Hello, it's day number 43. This one is definitely going to be a quick one. Mainly because I'm really tired. I've been awake since about 8 o'clock this morning. I didn't have a nap with Rowan or anything like that, and we've been out and walking and carrying, shopping and stuff for around about 2 hours. Which, yeah, it kind of sucked. Right, what did we get up to today? Food-wise, food was all fine up until maybe about an hour ago. Lunch was... My God, what even was lunch? Lunch was a bowl of the leftover fake chicken and rice noodles stuff with some extra brown rice stirred in and some chili flakes. Because I gave Rowan some chicken and some brown rice and some cucumber and a couple of other little bits and bobs. And because I didn't give him, a full portion of my brown rice, I ate the rest of it mixed in with my stuff from before. And that was, that was fine. It was acceptable. Had a little bit more of the schwip-schwap, which I took photographs of because I it's a real struggle for me to say it. It really is. Like it's the schv sound. It's really difficult to try and get that, especially after you've just done like a hard p sound. But anyway, we digress. So, did that. Went out. I went to Games Workshop in Alexanderplatz and bought a couple of magazines that I was missing. Because what I've been doing since I moved over to Berlin is I've been buying a monthly magazine about wargaming and painting and stuff in German, because I know enough to read the articles, and the bits that I don't understand I can kind of get from the context of, pictures that are stuck around it, or I can Google words, and that's just helping with grammar and stuff like that. I'd missed a couple with everything that was going on. Didn't have time to go over, so finally took the time, went, picked up the ones that I was missing, so got those to read. Yeah. And then took Rowan to the play park, to the play area that's up near Hackeschermarkt. I still can't remember the pronunciation of it. I think it's Hackescher. But anyway, took him there, played on the massive slide, which involved, literally it's big enough for me to go down and, 3 other parents at the same time. It's a massively wide slide, really, really long. It's kind of fun. He's had quite a lot of fun with it, just whizzing down it all day and then running up the stairs at the back just to go down again. We met Sigurd there, and because tomorrow is a bank holiday, it's Ascension Day, not Father's Day as I was thinking, because, apparently I never know what a specific bank holiday is. I just know that it's a day off and I don't have to go and experience customer service hell. But anywho, we said, right, we need to buy a couple of bits and bobs. Let's go to Kaufland, which is, another one of the supermarkets around here. So went in, bought bread and vegetables and stuff. Finished in there, and Sigurd has spotted yesterday a brand new bubble tea place and said, right, I'm going to get bubble tea from this place, because she has so far sampled probably every single bubble tea place in all of Berlin. And the only reason I haven't joined her in that is because there's a lot of sugar in it. Even just the normal, plain, flavoured bubble teas without anything else in has a lot of sugar from the syrups. So, yeah, anyway. So, she went off to do that, and I went to an Asian supermarket which is in Alexanderplatz, right next to a Commerzbank and the Fernsehertor, which is the TV tower. Or also known colloquially, or at least to me anyway, as the bloody Great Spike. Because in the middle of Berlin Center, there's just the TV tower, which looks like a giant dart has been planted in the ground here. So yeah, went to this Chinese supermarket, Asian supermarket, and picked up some more low sodium soy sauce, which was a giant bottle, probably about the size of a soda bottle, you know, like one of the 1.5 litre, 2 litre ones, or however many ounces that is, I don't know, but one of the big ones. Picked up that, and that set me back €8.50. And I also picked up another bottle of Sriracha because I've pretty much ran out of the one that I had already. I'm like, it's down to the dregs. So I picked this one up. That was another €4. So $12.50, that's not too bad. I did have a look for white miso and couldn't find it anywhere. There was normal misos and X amount of like shrimp things and stuff for making kimchi with and teas and everything, but I just couldn't find white miso. And on my way out, I found that I have to go back there anyway, because they are the only place that I've ever seen that has Kirin Ichiban, which is Japan's #1 beer. And it's not only Kirin Ichiban, it's the special reserve stuff, which is like 5% by volume. And yeah, like I've got to try it. I've got to sample it. I am big into my beers and trying new ones. So, you know, this channel was supposed to be, before I started doing this, months ago, it was meant to be a beer reviews channel. So, I don't know, maybe we'll still get into that. Who knows? The entire idea was I was gonna do beer reviews of, you know, craft beers and local ales and things like that you could find in supermarkets and you didn't have to go out of your way to get to, because supermarkets in the UK, as well as selling food and groceries and drugs and all that sort of stuff, sell craft beers now. Because, you know, crossovers, I guess. But anyway, even more digression. So, got that, came home, I toasted up some ciabatta bread, and I sauteed a half an onion and 3 giant mushrooms, threw in some chili flakes and a bunch of Worcester sauce, or Worcestershire. I think, well, I took a photograph of it. It's this stuff. You might pronounce it differently, but apparently you can get bucket loads of it over here in Germany. So slapped a bunch of that in, toasted my bread a bit, put some salad in, slapped it all together, ate that. It was lovely. It was so good. And then just the wave of tiredness hit. And I've just been sat on the sofa here, just, you know, sort of, not doing great, you know, like really like, with the fan on. I put the fan together. It's ridiculously quiet, but I'm not even going to try and record sound on, like, while it's on. And that is where, you know, bad habits snuck in, because I was so tired and so just done with the day. I just went, you know what, I want a bit of a pick-me-up. I'm going to have some Oreos. So I picked up the peanut butter ones, because Sigurd isn't going to eat them from now on, pretty much. Like, she doesn't like the taste of them. And I got the last of the second bottle of the Schwipschwap, and just sat back down and, you know, switched off the brain and started eating. Now, what has kind of saved that is apparently my ability to eat snacks has changed. Used to be, once upon a time, I could have easily taken a packet of Oreos and just crammed the entire thing into my face, one after another for a couple of hours, or even just 1 hour. Probably finished off at least half a bottle of soda. But what has actually happened is I've sat there and I've eaten 5.5. And even though I've got the packet in front of me on the table here, I haven't touched it since, and that's been there for like 2 hours now. So the 5.5 is because I'd eaten number 4. Rowan came over, so I picked out another one, broke it in half, gave him half of one, and then ate the rest of it myself. So yeah, that was... I don't know whether to be impressed with myself or not. I mean, I fully intend, or I fully intended to just sit and vegetate and eat a couple more than, you know, would be recommended in any way, shape or form, and drink a bunch of soda. And despite, you know, deciding that that was what I was going to do, and sort of like, I haven't really gone that much over. Like, I've had, like, any time that I've had Oreos over the past couple of weeks, or past couple of days, I should say, because I haven't been eating them for weeks, I've only eaten 4. And now I'm like, oh, I've eaten like 4.5, 5.5, or however many it was. I can't even remember what I said now. Oh man. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, like I'm just a bit like, oh, okay, fair enough. What else outside of food? Outside of food, I have been looking at camera equipment, and an interesting discovery has been made, which is I can buy a gimbal for my phone, which will keep it exactly level. You'll not see any of this shaking that's going on. And I can, you know, use it while running or walking or anything like that, and it'll keep the phone pretty much straight and level. And that's 120 euros. I can buy a drone with a 1080p camera, with a whole bunch of functionality and all this, that, and the other. And I can take that and I can, you know, obviously abiding by German law with drones and flight and that sort of thing, I can go and I can record landmarks and get wonderful shots of places and all that sort of thing, and really, really bump up the level of recording that I can do outside, and really, you know, sort of redo the title sequences as well. And that also is about 120 euros. Or I can buy a 720p camera, little camcorder thing, records on SD cards, not even mini SD or anything like that, or any, like, you know, proper film format equipment. And that will set me back over 200 euros. And given that I'm trying to come up with a way of having like multiple cameras that I can independently white balance and, you know, set up and have a multi-camera recording going on, and then just cut the footage from wherever, so that, you know, I can just go around and cook, and no matter what I do, everything is recorded properly from multiple angles, so I can then cut it all together, and, you know, you're not missing anything. You know, that's going to be really expensive. So I'm starting to wonder whether or not I just get the gimbal at first, then maybe a camera, and, you know, sort of go from there. I don't know. It's a weird one. It's a very, very weird one. Yeah, I don't know. If anyone's got any suggestions, I guess. I mean, I suppose most important out of all of that is going to be a gimbal. I don't know whether or not there's one that I can get for about the same price where I can attach the GoPro into it. and or my phone. Because I know for a fact that the one that I've been looking at is my phone, but I don't know whether or not I can put a GoPro in one and it'll do the same thing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Of course, I mean, the GoPro's pretty good for time-lapsing. The phone is pretty good for just, you know. So, I'm going to go. Thank you very much for joining me again. Yeah, I don't know, like, if anyone's got any suggestions for which one they think I should start out with, if anyone's actually just got, you know, camera equipment or anything that they know that, you know, is quite cheap and works pretty well, send them through. Give me a shout. Yeah, other than that, yeah, I guess I'll see you tomorrow for the end of day 44. Or, you know, depending on what we do, we might go out somewhere. I might do some recording outside and that sort of thing. But, yeah, that's it. Have a good. Bye-bye.